So I want to get the garage floor cleaned. So the first step is to get all the stuff out. Next is sweep out the garage. I have some house furniture stored here in the corner that I don't want to unpack and move, so I'm just going to build a little dam with some towels around it to keep the water out. Next step is to spray some foam detergent down with the pressure washer. Now we'll see if we can scrub it with the brush a little bit before we rinse it off. I want to try a different brush just to see how that works. First brush was really soft bristles for cars. This is just a little bit stiffer. Notice here my brush strokes are side to side. Later on we'll come back a second pass and go front to back. Now we're starting our second pass with front to back strokes with the brush. More side to side. Well, that's a lot of work. I'll show you a close-up of the two brushes here. I think it's very important to get the right bristle. This is pretty stiff. And this one is real smooth, like for doing cars. So obviously this is best for the garage floor. Alright, now we'll rinse it off with the turbo nozzle. See what the blower can do here. While I got the pressure washer out, I might as well finish the outside of the garage. probably could not see what I was doing with the cloudy water on my glasses, so I don't know if I got everything or not. Take a closer look here. Boy, even with my glasses cleaned off. Adjusting the spray pattern here. I think I got a hornet's nest up in there, so I'm going to go try to spray it. Hope I don't get stung. I don't know if this will come out in the camera or not, but these are the real little ones. I think those are the ones that have a nasty sting to them. I don't see the nest, but I see the things flying around. So, pressure washed it a whole bunch. And then I took that hot shot. But it's in that soffit right up there. If you look, you won't find it. So I don't know whether, I'm not sure this stuff was touching. The next project is this archway. You can see we've already got the 4 fence posts pounded into the ground. The next step is to take this cattle fence, which is all one piece, and we'll bend that and attach it to the fence posts. We're going to start out using plastic zip ties to attach the fence to the post and see if that'll work. Putting them on loose, and then once we get it adjusted where you want it, I'll tighten them all up. The posts are not straight, so we're discussing whether to adjust them or not. I don't think it'd be that hard to do. Leave the wire there, leave it attached, and I can just pull this out, back it up. I put a stake in there to hold this from going out. My wife got 2 metal stakes, and I got a floor jack and a strap to try to pull the stakes out. The cattle fence is going to want to straighten itself out when we remove the T-post. So these metal stakes are just to keep it from springing back out while we remove the T-post. I was actually able to pull the T-post right out. Now we'll move it over 8 inches and put it back in the ground. My mini sledge is up to the lake, so I get this started with my hammer, and then I'll finish it up with the big sledge in the background there. I'll go to the other one. stake is hitting the root, so we're deciding whether to move the stake over a little bit.
Well, it's about the same as the other one.
Now we'll do the same thing on the back side. You were saying here.
Yeah, that looks better.
What's that?
Yeah, that looks better.
Going with this?
Yep. All right, these have to go in a little bit more.
This one?
Both of them.
Keep going?
No, I think that's good now.
What?
I think that's good. Let's tie her up. Yep.
Next project is to set up a new kind of deer feeder that my wife found. This is a straight section and a Y section of 3-inch PVC pipe. We're going to attach it to the T-post with some zip ties. We're taking a guess on the height on the T-post based on the size of deer we have. My wife is bringing over the top, which she made out of a clay pot, painted white, and then we put a knob on it for a handle. Now we just need to add some deer corn and we should be good to go. Looks like we got a little problem. So what's happening here is the grate is too big. The grate is held on by 2 sheet metal screws, so we'll remove those 2 screws and take the grate off. So this grate's too big, so we're going to have to put some screen or something in there. Let's see if we can cut a piece from this. Now we'll try to cut a round piece out of this smaller square section that I removed. Well, hopefully that'll keep the corn in. Forgot to bring a Phillips down with me, so I ended up using my pocket knife. I don't see any corn coming out of the bottom, so hopefully we got this screen working. So, wire around it. Are you going to paint this or leave it as is?
I started to paint this side, I just have to finish that side.
Color paint.
I was painting that was black. This, I kind of want it to be white, so it reflects in the mirror.
Got some paint left over, so I want to sand these horizontal railings first before I put some of that stain down that we were using on the shed. See if I can show you the difference here. Here's after sanding. And here's before I sanded it. I'm going to remove the top part of my rain gauge to make it easier to sand around. I don't want to remove the bottom section because that part has to be leveled, and I don't want to go through the re-leveling process. I'm going to try to get all the dust off with this brush here. I think it's a shop brush from high school when my dad was in high school. I think he even put his name on it, Bob Reed. But it's supposed to be like camel hair or something. I don't know. Anyway, it seems to work really good. It's a real fine bristle. I had this setting in some water while I was waiting, so I'm going to get all the water out of it and then we'll paint it. Okay, let's roll some stain.
onto the garage step.
I want to try and get half this done, then I'll move the furniture, do the other half, maybe tomorrow. This was really slippery when it was wet before. I was going to put down some sand before I rolled it, but I forgot. So I'm going to put some down and roll a second coat because it's already dried.
Not doing a very good job of turning the crank first and then squeeze the trigger to open the gate. Got a little too much sand on this corner here and it's clumping up, so I'm trying to spread it out with the brush. I need to finish painting the little shed, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to position this ladder so I can get up there and do the painting. I want to see if I can reach halfway across while standing on the ladder so I don't have to crawl up on the roof. Without the extension of the roller handle, I'm going to have to get at least halfway up here to reach it with the brush. Let's try a new method from the ladder on the front, half on the roof and half on the ladder. For the back of the shed, I got brave and decided just to get up on top of the roof. Now the hard part, get back off the roof. This whole body is not as flexible as it used to be. Let's see if we can finish up the deck now. Now back to the shed ramp. Hopefully I learned my lesson this time. I'm going to do a little bit and then spread some sand and do a little bit more and then sand and repeat. This pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next videos, I will be working on some small projects around the house, as well as replacing a short handle on a garden hoe with a longer one.